Hi, hi, good afternoon. I was strolling through Facebook and someone posted, can somebody explain real love? Because I'm curious. And I was beginning to respond. This was last night when I saw the post. I was getting ready to respond, but it got deleted. The comment didn't go through, it was deleted. So this morning, I was strolling through, as I said, strolling through Facebook, and I saw the post again. First time I saw it, it didn't have any comments. This time it had like 8 comments. And the basically the majority of the comments were what we're used to explaining what love is. Again, the question was, can somebody explain to me what real love is? Because I'm curious. Okay, we on the surface level try to perform love out of our own understanding. And that's why the world is in pain. That's why so much of the world is feeling void of love. That's why there's so much abuse. That's why there's misuse. All of this is surrounding because we do not know what love, the real love is. And by the way, I'm sitting on my front porch, so I'm it's traffic. But yes, real love. We're going to take the foundation from the biblical base, and then I'll break it up into our current circumstances or whatever. But the scriptural meaning of real love, okay, it says love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious, it's not jealous, it don't brag, it is not arrogant or rude, it does not insist on having its own way, it is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things. It believes all things. It hopes all things. And it endures all things. So each of those breaking down of love could be very much expounded on, each one of those definitions of what the characteristic of love is can be a subject of its own self. Patience, not envious, not bragging, not insisting on its own way. These are some of the characteristics of what love is. Now, love is a action. In our natural circumstances, we think of love as being an emotional and emotion, a feeling. Yes, it can be, but a lot of times it's not. But love still, in spite of the emotion, has certain type of ways it acts. Wow, you gotta love the hood. Somebody walking down the street, they cussing at the the people down the street about whatever. I love my hood, but I am so ready to have a different energy around me, moving from one hood to another hood. Those days are over. My next move, I wouldn't be mad if it be out of the country. I'm for real. That's how serious I am about getting a whole new energy around me. But back to the subject of love. I love my hood. I love my people. Okay, back to the subject of love. Again, love is action. It has characteristics. It has a personality. And again, it's not patient. It's not insisting on its own way. It's not jealous. It's not rude. These are different characteristics of love. But my thing, I want to, break up and explain more about the real love. Real love cannot even be recognized. It cannot be given. You can't give real love or you can't receive real love. For one, hi, how you doing? For one, if you're not in relation to the source of real love, anything outside of the source, whether you call it God, the universe, our Holy Father, our Spirit, that's the core of real love. If we do not have a relationship with that real love to even know how to recognize it, see it, feel it, relate to it, if you don't have that relationship, we're doing love by what we think of from the natural being of ourselves. And that's where all the hurt and the pain comes in at, regarding man cannot receive real love or even recognize real love or even give real love if the core being is not the one receiving it or giving it. You have to have a relationship with your inner core being, which is the source of love. You are love. You are God. So when we recognize that the source of love, our Father, the universe, the Most High God, when we recognize the source and we become one with that source, then we can truly give love and also receive love. The first thing in love is real love. We have to know how to receive real love first to ourselves. We have to know how to love ourselves first. A lot of us treat people better than we treat ourselves. A lot of us, we're mean to ourselves. We deprive ourselves. We treat ourselves by not doing right by the body, right by the mind. That's not showing real love to ourselves. So the first part of love has to be received from the Creator so we can start loving ourselves first before we even can give love or even receive love. So to recognize love, again, it comes with the recognizing who we are. We are special. We are priceless. We are beautiful. We are loved. And we are love. We are love. But again, we can't give it or receive it because we're not in oneness with the source of love, the real love. And that scripture that I read was 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4. Again, the scripture was First Corinthians 13, verse 4. It describes what real love is. And to even do those aspects, different characteristics of real love, you have to be in oneness with the source of love. With the source of love. And that source is within us. We are love. We are one with the source of love. So we can truly receive love and give love. But until we're connected, so we can recognize it when we do see it, and be able to receive it when it does come, and be able to give it back. We have to know how the source of love defines real love. And to know that definition, 1 Corinthians 13, verse 4, and so down, it's probably 4 through 8, something like that, I'm not sure. But and then when you have the definition of that real love, now you start learning how to be patient, learning how to be kind, learning how not to be rude, learning how not to be resentful. Let me read it one more time. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not jealous. Love is don't brag. Love is not arrogant. Love is not rude. It does not insist on having its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things. It believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Again, that was 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 7. So once we are connected to the source of love, which we are love because we are one with the source, then we truly can find out what this real love is and cooperate with real love classes, because each one of those definitions of real love is a class in its own self. And when we graduate those classes, then can we truly receive love and give love, because we are love. We are connected to the real love. I hope that answers your question, and I love y'all. Have a good day.